Is there anything else you need to ask me?
Just one more question. What is your relationship to Jesus Christ?
Are you sure you're allowed to ask me that?
Well, considering the circumstances, I think it is entirely relevant.
Just a little complicated, isn't it?
Oh, if you're worried that an honest answer is going to cost you this job, you should know that I often am inclined to hire agnostics as my assistants. Keeps me rigorous. I find I speak much more clearly around people who aren't comfortable with my language.
You're an equal opportunities employer then.
Well, every Sunday at Eucharist, we say a prayer for those whose faith is known to God alone. And I take that to include people who think God doesn't exist, but who still behave in accordance with his wishes for them. I mean, if I were God, the last thing that I would be concerned about with my children is whether or not they believed in me.
First of all, as a gay man, I find the church's attitude towards me, at best, queasily forbearing, and at worst, homicidal.
You know, you would be hard-pressed to find a single word from the historical Jesus that condemns homosexuality. Any unpleasant rhetoric of that nature, it's been entirely created by frightened bigots who need to make demons of their fellow men because they are too cowardly to face the demons within their own souls.
That's impressive. How you can decimate thousands of years of prejudice and persecution in a couple of sentences like that.
Now if only one would actually listen to me.
Plus, I guess, to be honest, lately I have been struggling with the notion that maybe all religion is just a desperate attempt to make death more bearable. The dreams that our loved ones are waiting for us on some distant shore.
Who is it that you've lost?
About a year ago, my dad started having these seizures, which the doctors first thought were stress-related and then maybe heart-related. But in July, somebody did a brain scan and found a tumor wrapped around several of his nerves.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So anyway, we're in the thick of a series of tests to determine if the tumor will respond to radiation or not.
How is your father reacting to all of this?
He's stoic, as always. But last week was especially brutal, and late Sunday night we had the worst case scenario talk. And despite not having set foot in St. Luke's since I got confirmed, he would like an Episcopal burial. I'm afraid at this late date means some minister who barely knew him will be up at the altar with some stories about his Army medals and golf handicaps.
How does your mother feel about this decision?
Since my dad got diagnosed, she's seeing angels everywhere. We take a walk in the park and she says, "Doesn't that cloud look just like an angel?" Yesterday she takes me into the kitchen. She swears she could see the Virgin Mary in the tea cabinets.
But of course you find all of this less than convincing.
I do find it hard to square the idea of a benevolent, all-powerful creator with the details of my daily life right now. I mean, it's relatively easy for Christianity to explain wars and genocide, blame them on the devil or a world gone wrong, but watching my father die is the most inevitable, natural thing. That's how the world is supposed to work, and it is unspeakably cruel.
"27 years ago, my husband drowned off the coast of Maine. I am not trying to compare situations. I just want to let you know I'm not without some sort of reference."
Oh, you don't have to do this.
No, really, I want to. something I can tell you from experience, whether you have any faith at all or not. A church can be a very useful place to visit, because it is one of the very few rooms in this world where unbearable grief isn't unwelcome. And if you stay long enough, you might even get some kind of answer.
I'd like to believe that. I'd also like to believe that I'm 6 years old again. And I'm in the backseat of my dad's Chevy Nova, and it's late at night, and I can rest easy knowing he'll get us home safe and sound.
Are you at all worried that this might not be the best time to take this job?
A thought that crossed my mind.
But you still came for the interview.
First of all, I'm very good at what I do, and I believe that I can articulate your beliefs, whether or not they coincide with the thoughts buzzing around my own brain.
No, I have no doubts about your abilities.
And as far as my father is concerned, it's not like the end is near. And most likely there are years of torture yet to come. So I need to find some semblance of a normal life.
Of course, that is what you need to do.
But lately, I'm finding it hard to focus on any of my own work. So frankly, the best thing for me would be to find a job that'll get me out of the house and out of my head.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. So even if I can't offer you my faith, I can offer you my sweat and tears and total grateful devotion.
This is the key to the lobby. These two get you into the apartment. I'm gonna call Jason today and have him draw up your contract.
I should throw myself on people's mercy more often.
A week working for me, and you will be expert at begging for mercy.
I guess it's too late to back out now.
I do hope that you will feel at home here.